Yo, beloved, it's amazing to find out all the people who thought you were weak, right? Who thought they can throw and pile on all of their sins upon you. hmm I mean, because you were made to bear the cross that you bear, right? You were made to carry a weight that is way bigger and heavier than yourself, right? Something that regular people cannot do, right? People had it confused, okay? They had it confused. They confused being tough with being strong, okay? See, they were putting on an act, okay? A tough act, right? But on the inside, they were cowards, right? Cowering down. You can take the more than likely most times than not, you'll see the biggest person, the most buffest person in the room, loudest, mean acting, right? But on the inside, that person is a scared little sheep, terrified little sheep. And you can tell by how they project outwardly, right? You know how they say the loudest one in the room is usually the weakest? That's true. That's absolutely true, right? People are now finding out the difference between tough and strong. Strong has to do with your spiritual man. That's where your strength comes from. Coming from God, of course, but talking about strength and toughness. 222 on my timer. See, there's a lot of people that are crumbling under the weight that they threw upon you. They threw it on you. Took all of the sins of their past, everything that all the skeletons they had in their closet, everything that they were hiding from others, everything that they didn't want others to see. They threw their sins on you and said, hey, everybody, look over here. They did this, they're like this, they're doing this. When really, that's who they were. The whole time, that's who they were. And even though they threw all of their burdens on you, all of their sins upon you, you were still, even though you had nothing to do with them, you were still able to bear the weight of them. Then you sent it back and exposed the whole thing. 432. Look, what's that say? 432, 234. Must be saying something right, huh? Then you threw it back. Sorry, I'm thinking of a song. I ain't gonna be funny right now. No pun intended. But you threw it back, right? 345 on my timer. And it seems that they cannot handle the weight of their own sins. They can't handle it. Right? Especially because they want to keep it hidden. Because they don't ever plan on or want to take accountability for all of the messed up things that they've done in their life. Right? Now nobody's innocent, right? We've all done things we're not proud of. Absolutely. I can tell you firsthand I have. Absolutely I have. Absolutely. Okay? Matter of fact, if we're in a room and they're asking for a show of hands, I'll be the first to throw my hand up. I'll throw up both hands. Yes, I have. Absolutely. And I tell you blow by blow what it was. And have no embarrassment for it. Right? Might not have liked that it happened, right? But I know that it was a part of my journey for my timer. I know, right, that they were just stepping stones to get to where I'm at right now. You feel me? So, People wonder, how are you as strong as you are? Right? How can you bear the weight that you carry? How can you carry the cross that you carry? How? That's for you to know and for them to try to find out, which they never will. Right? That's between you and God. Right? So know that there is a difference between tough and strong. Okay? Tough is more of a 3D type thing. Strength, spiritual. You get it? You feel me? 5 for 5 on the timer. You feel me? Somebody's about to lounge. Somebody's environment is about to change so drastically. Okay? You know those houses, right? Those more expensive houses, need I say, mansions, right? That have the pool in the backyard that's kind of like overlooking like the ocean or whatever, and just got the scenery is just like, it's on point. Like, just anybody would want that type of, you know what I'm saying? Beloved, this is how your life is about to change in a drastic way. Whoever I'm talking to, your life is about to change in the most drastic way. Okay? You think that you've been doing all this work and going through all of this hell, right? And coming out on the other side, you think sometimes, even though you know it's not, you think sometimes that it's in vain. Not a bit of it. Not a bit of it. I didn't say that right. Not, let's just say, none of it was in vain. None of it. None of it. None of what you have done has gone or will go in vain. I can promise you that. Right? Speak those things that are not, meaning that are not in your vicinity right now. Speak them as though they were. Remember, you are the abundance. You are the abundance carrier. God made it so. Right? That's why when people think that they're taking something from you, right? They're not taking anything from you. You are the abundance. When you go, the abundance goes. Right? No matter what they thought they took. No matter what they thought they got away with. They get away with nothing. Nothing. They will pay for every single tittle. Okay? No, I don't even use that word, but it's a word. Every single tittle. They'll pay for it. And everything that belongs to you, truly belongs to you, will be returned to you times 10. Okay? Remember Job? Remember how everything was, the enemy took everything from him? So that he would curse God and die. But Job never cursed God. Job never died either. Well, he died eventually, right? But he died happy. He died plentiful, rich, wealthy. Okay? Wealthy is more than rich. Okay? Just generational wealth. Okay? Continue. Just goes on and on and on, right? But God allowed the enemy, right, to sift Job as wheat, to try Job. Because God knew something about Job that Satan didn't know. And vice versa. Job knew something about God that other people in the land did not know. People came from far and wide to tell Job what he did wrong, right? Why this must be happening to him, right? Why he's this and why he's that, right? No support at all. They came not to support him, right? So I'm guessing these friends already had a negative vendetta. I think vendetta is negative. These people already had a vendetta against Job to begin with, including his wife. Right? Even his wife told him, why don't you just curse God and die? What, woman? What you say? Silence, okay? Then she got taken up out of there too. Mm-hmm. And you know what's crazy to me? You remember the part where Job's all of his children were partying and getting it popping, getting it cracking. They was doing the thing, right? Everything bad that happened, right? You notice how somebody always made it out alive? At least one person always made it out alive to come back and tell Job. I found that funny. Right? I found that funny. And what that said to me is that every time there was a person to come back to tell Job something, right? Now this is just my, perspective. The fact that there was a lone survivor, right? And they came back to tell Job what had happened, right? I believe that they were one of the main culprits that had their mouths on Job. Mm-hmm. That had their mouths on Job. They were actually a part of the shenanigans, right? But God allowed them to run back and to tell Job this and that, okay? And I believe Job saw these things, right? Noticed these things. Not just what was happening around him, but the people that were supposed to be his friends, his family, his loved ones. I believe Job saw and realized a lot of things about the people that he was surrounded with, or that he surrounded himself with. Right? And notice how every time they came up against Job to say something negative or negligent or anything except support, anytime they said something against Job, Job rebutted it. 12 on my timer. Job rebutted it. Right? They were trying to beat Job down, his confidence, his in God. But Job would not be beat down. Job had boils on him, on his skin. He was struck with sickness. He had shaved his head and rent his clothes. It was just all bad. But Job never cursed God. He questioned God. He did. And God was like, he started describing Leviathan and all of the wondrous things that he's made. And he was asking Job, did you make this and that? Right? Can you control the weather? Can you do this and that? And Job is like, oh, you're right, God. You're right, God. I don't even know what I was thinking. You're right, God. You're right. I know you. I know you in a way that nobody knows you. So I know that if this stuff is happening, it's for a reason. And I know that I got to trust you through all of it. Because I know you would never hurt me. I know you would never hurt me. So in me knowing that, I know that this is happening for a reason. Even if I don't understand it right now or I can't see why. I know that you know why. I know that your thoughts are higher than my thoughts and your ways are higher than my ways. Right? And what happened after that? God blessed Job with double of what he had. And Job had a lot. Job had a lot. He was the richest man, the wealthiest man in the land. And just think of how much more wealthy, right? And it's not just money, not just tangible things, right? But rich and wealthy in spirit. First and foremost, right? In spirit. And he blessed Job double of what he had. Even children. He had many more children. I forget if he had did he have a few wives? I don't know if he had a few wives or not, but the point is he got double for his trouble. For withstanding what he withstood. Right? For loving and trusting the God of his youth. Right? Even though he said it would be better if he wasn't even born. Right? Because there are times where we can feel out of our mind, right? And we can say and do things that are not ourselves, right? But then we come back to ourselves, right? That's the important part. We come back to ourselves, right? That's why I say if you ever get in a situation like mentally, physically, whatever, right, and it's overbearing, take a step back and you remember what you know to be true about God. And that will get you back to that centered place every time. Every time. Look at God backing me up. Dude, boy, I tell you, I love my armor. Look. What that say? 444? 444? So, people are understanding what the difference between being tough and strength. Okay? That's it. That's all. I love y'all, beloved. That's it for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this one down. You know, I gotta get up early in the morning. Got things to do. I gotta go. All right. All right. I love y'all, beloved. Have a good night. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed morning wherever you at in the world. All right. I know y'all. Some of y'all in Canada. Some of y'all are Japan that watch me. I see where you guys watch from. All right. So y'all have a good day. I love y'all. Peace.